Now we're going to do another drill, very similar. If you saw another video on Yeonsok Kwanjolgi, that was one-armed locks. This is Yeonsok Kwanjolgi, which just means continuous locks. So this is a drill that we do typically just as an exercise when we get a new student in. So this is going to go through and have them experience a multitude, 14 different joint locks, so that they can experience all the different ways that we're going to be locking them up in the class. And we start to understand their pain tolerance, and they start to understand what it's going to be like to be in a Hapkido class. So similarly, this one starts though with a punch. I'm going to come in, I'm going to block, I'm just going to come around and arm lock. Then I'm going to hook, S lock, twist down, outside wrist lock, pull this back up, S lock, swing it down, reverse compression, catch the fingers, armpit, grab the palm, triangle lock, from here, police lock, back up, gooseneck, switch around, chicken wing, come around, our favorite, devastating, switch over, and first time I take them down to the ground. So, like I said, we'll go through it just a little bit slower so you can see each of them. But it's just a series of joint locks where we're just trying to make sure that, like I said, typically a newer student gets an understanding of all the different ways that we're going to be locking them up and understand the pain that's involved in Hapkido. And we just do it as a drill. It's not a technique that we would ever do. No one would ever go from lock to lock to lock like that. It would make no sense. You get it locked once and they're done. Anyways, once again, we're going to do it. I'll go a little slower. So he punches at me. I'm just going to block. I'm going to swing it around, catch the back of that hand for an overhand arm bar. Bam. Then I'm just going to hook that elbow, have this on my chest, twist. Make sure you can see that. So I'm just leaning in with my chest. Then I just push this down, slide, catch the back of the hand, outside wrist lock. Come back up, lock it to the back of my forearm, push to his belt, another S lock, slide it through, catch the back of his hand, reverse compression lock, push this down, catch the fingers, turn it into his armpit finger lock. Just continue to slide through, grab his palm in the back of his hand, step under, triangle lock. From here, just step behind, police lock, pull it back out, up, gooseneck, push it back, up underneath, chicken wing, come through, catch this hand, and devastator. And then you slide over the top, and it goes to the ground. So, fairly simple. It's just a drill that we do. We try to get it to where we can go through that fairly smoothly and transition from joint lock to joint lock. So even though it's not so much a set of techniques, it is a good exercise to learn how to transition. If you're working on something and it's not working, you can transition to another lock fairly simply, and that's more what it's used for. Though, like I said, we typically use it as an exercise to make sure new students realize all the different ways you're going to lock them up and the pain that's involved in Hapkido. But we use it and we teach it as one of our higher level techniques for the group.